Man, what is happening, my YouTube family? Of course, it is your boy B New. I'm coming at you on this Wednesday. And first and foremost, as always, want to send out positive vibrations and blessings to anybody who could be listening. Now, with all that being said, we know that the Los Angeles Lakers were in action again on yesterday, taking on none other than the Utah Jazz. And of course, we knew the Lakers were going to be at home, and it was a an in-season tournament game, and we knew that they would be getting ready to take care of business against a not so very good Utah team that is in the process of rebuilding. But the key takeaway from this game is the Lakers did what they were supposed to do, and that is to beat an inferior team. And we saw last season, time in and time out, especially before the trade deadline, when the Lakers were dealing with just having what I would say, lack of talent and three-point shooting surrounding that of LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Last year with having, Russell Westbrook and company on the team, Pat Bev and such. So now, as you can see, that the Lakers have gotten off to a much better start this year. They're building a bit of continuity, even though they do have some new players that were not on the team. And key player, of course, Jarred Vanderbilt, still not in the fold for the Lakers. And I said within the past week or so, when he started doing basketball activities again to ramp himself up for the comeback and was approved to have full contact and practice basketball activities, that it would probably be a few games right after Thanksgiving. So I'm saying maybe early next week, to where we might see a Jarred Vanderbilt appearance on the court. And he will come in big time. And the Lakers defense has been playing very well as of late. They're top 10, if I'm not mistaken, number 10. The offense is moving up because they continue to get better. Of course, all of the haters are going to say, oh, the Lakers beat Portland. The Lakers did this, but they couldn't beat the Kings. Listen. You beat who's put in front of you. And what's important right now is the Lakers last year blew a lot of those games to inferior opponents and then had to fight extra hard against top tier teams throughout the course of the rest of their regular season. So now they're putting themselves in position to be, not in the play-in, but somewhere in that top 6 at the end of the season. And I'm hoping somewhere within the top 4, because they're only going to get better. And what I keep noticing is LeBron James continues to play at a high level. And very importantly, another key takeaway from yesterday is they beat a team that, like I said, is inferior, but they also allowed LeBron James to get rest. And you could tell when he came out the game that he really was not ready to come out the game, because he was ready to, maybe keep that streak alive with 20 more points or whatever. Who knows what it is, whatever his motivation was, but he was having a good time. He probably felt like he didn't even need the rest the way he was feeling. He wasn't exerting a lot of energy, but at the same time had a very good game. Only played 24 minutes, which is great, with 6 out of 10. That's 60%. Playing with great efficiency. 3 out of 5 on 3, 60% from 3. So that number continues to go up. We already know he's at a career high right now in three-point shooting for the season, shooting 41%, which is quite good. And I said it on last year. Y'all go back and look at the shows. What did I say on last year? On plenty of episodes, that LeBron James was settling for jumpers because of his foot injury. You could tell many times he settled for jumpers instead of getting to the rim, and those jumpers were off because of the foot. I said that. Now you can see that he's in more of a rhythm. Those fadeaway shots are falling. He's making turnaround fadeaway shots. He's making the three-point shot at a much higher clip. If you look at his numbers yesterday, like I said, 60%, 17 points, 9 assists, and 7 rebounds. The man almost had a triple dub through not even halfway through the third quarter. You understand what I'm saying? So playing at a high level. And then another key takeaway is that of Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis played 29 minutes on yesterday, 11 out of 14, 78%. Rounded on up, 79% for Anthony Davis. 4 out of 5 from free throw, had 16 rebounds. Awesome game for Anthony Davis. He was a plus 34 on the court, which is amazing. Had 26 points. One thing I will say about Anthony Davis, though, regarding this is, Anthony Davis, you can do this against the Utah Jazz, because who are you going up against? John Collins? No offense to John Collins, but come on. Sabonis the other day was looking like Jokic. Sabonis the other day was looking like his daddy, Arvydas Sabonis. So when you play against the better competition, Anthony Davis, when you play against the Joel Embiids, when you play against the Giannis's, when you play against Sabonis even, or dare I say Aiden, or what's my guy name, Segun, having a good game against you, AD, fouled you out, AD. You know, I want you to step your game up when the competition is stiffer. You know, you can go out and have these games against Utah, but can you go out and have these games against a, not even superior, but somebody that is at least as talented as you are on the other side of the ball? You understand what I'm saying? So no knock on Anthony Davis, man. Heavy praises for him. I'm just making an observation that Anthony Davis has these monster games when he is playing against someone of inferior talent, you know, and I mean, he should, but you know, I want to see this level of aggression all the time. And on a lot of those shots, LeBron was finding him for an easy bucket. One turnover that was on LeBron that really, because AD thought he was shooting it, but LeBron was doing a high entry post pass, but way over the defender's head. Because if Anthony Davis gets that seal like that, LeBron James is putting that on the money, man, right there to get him easy baskets. Even the one oop that he threw to him in the air where he kind of got the reverse lay-in, you know, was a beautiful pass from LeBron James. So, you know, man, we got a whole lot to talk about when it comes to that. But more importantly, and before we get just to the preview of the Dallas Mavericks game here in just a moment, more importantly is Cam Reddish went down on yesterday with a groin injury. And as he walked to the locker room, it looked significant. It didn't look like he was moving very gingerly. And I will say, you know, Cam Reddish, you know, has been great on the defensive end, has coming up with a lot of steals early on in the season, has put the pressure on defenses as well as being a great wing defender for the Lakers. And his three-point shot, as we all know, has come on because of the confidence that LeBron James has helped bestow on him, not only from LeBron James, but from his teammates. But he went out on yesterday, but I will say somebody who I've been wanting to get some playing time came in and got 24 minutes off the bench, and that was that of Max Christie. I mean, he was only 3 out of 8, didn't shoot a good percentage on yesterday, but I think he played decent defense, and he was a +10 overall on the court. And I think his shot is only going to get better as he gets into a rhythm. It's hard to get into a rhythm, especially in the NBA game. I mean, practice is not going to be quite like live action, as we all know. So him just getting those minutes under his belt, which he's going to get a lot more, according to Darvin Ham. If you heard the post-game presser, Darvin Ham did allude to Max Christie getting a lot of minutes for the matchup tonight against the Dallas Mavericks. And Austin Reeves, he had a great game, of course, 26 minutes, shot 6 out of 7. That's 85%. 1 out of 2 out of 3, 50%. I mean, Austin Reeves hit you with 16 points. I mean, great game from Austin. Christian Wood got into a rhythm in that fourth quarter. He was 6 out of 7. I will say this about Christian Wood, though, and it's just an observation. I just try to keep it as real as I can. Christian Wood, you make those threes when the Lakers are ahead. And, you know, any three is a good three. If we 12, 13, 14 points ahead, maybe it's just not a lot of pressure on you in that situation. And, you know, you just mentally, just the shot is easier for you to take. But what we need for you to do, Christian Wood, is when the game is close, because I notice when the game is close and we really need that three from you, and you be wide open in the corner at the top of the key or wherever it may be, you haven't been making them. And I'm just telling you just from the games and the tape that I watch. And I watch a lot of Lakers basketball, and I can tell you that just in my observations. But we appreciate his contributions. He's been playing great with AD. He's been playing great with Jackson Hayes for the contribution that Jackson Hayes brought in last night off the bench. Christian Woods, when he's playing with Jackson Hayes, he even said in the postgame presser, you know, he could space the floor by being a three-point shooter and get Jackson Hayes more of a run to the rim. Or when he's playing with AD, he can be more of a cutter himself and get to the rim, because we saw AD find him on the backdoor cut too. So as long as the Lakers are moving and not playing a whole lot of isolation ball, unless it's a LeBron James, Anthony Davis pick and roll that's clearing one side of the floor to set up a nice pick, drawing the defense in, whether they're playing blitz or drop coverage. But allowing a double teamer to come and leave somebody open for that corner three at the weak side is something that the Lakers have been doing a great job of as of late. I think Max Christie, once he gets into a rhythm, is somebody that you don't want to leave open for corner threes. Last year, he shot 40% in the limited opportunity that he had. This year, he hasn't had much of an opportunity, but he will be having a little bit more because we all know Cam Reddish is out. And of course, it seems like it'll be a while before he comes back. But when Vanderbilt comes back, that'll probably limit some of his opportunity as well. But it's going to take Vanderbilt a minute to get back into rhythm as well, too, because he hasn't played any regular season games this year, and that's just how it is. But looking forward to tonight's matchup. And speaking of Jerry Vanderbilt, that's a perfect segue because it would be nice to have Vanderbilt tonight to guard someone like a Luka Dončić. But that's not going to be the case. So we're going to see that assignment more than likely fall to that of D'Angelo Russell, or you might have a D-Lo on Kyrie, and then maybe have a Max Christie or a Taurean Prince on Luka, and put D-Lo on Kyrie, just depending on, I'll be interested to see what Ham does. But that's why we need Jared Vanderbilt in the fold, because he could very much play that person to, not put so much pressure on the Lakers backcourt to defend these devastating backcourt of the Dallas Mavericks, because, man, that is a task unto themselves. Maybe LeBron James takes on that task in the latter portions of the game. Who knows? But it will be interesting to see. The Dallas Mavericks are playing great this year. As we know, they have, I think, the second or third best record in the West. And, of course, although it wasn't looking good on last year, they have found some chemistry as of now, and they are playing great. What the Lakers, I think, need to do in order to win this game tonight is get Anthony Davis the ball, continue to do what they do best, and that's to score points in the paint. LeBron James needs to do the same thing. Get downhill, put a lot of pressure on the Dallas defense, kick the open shooters, and open shooters are going to have to hit tonight. So people like D-Lo cannot go into the game broke. I know on yesterday, D'Angelo Russell was 7 out of 9 and shot great. So at the end of the day, he just basically needs to do the same thing tonight and hit open looks, because I think he will have plenty of them, because that's just what the Lakers have been doing well as of late. Taurean Prince, he needs to play good defense tonight and maybe hit some of those open threes, because he vowed to get 40% before the season, and 40% he has not been close to, because he has been very streaky so far this year too. But let's not forget Rui Hachimura had a not so good game on yesterday, only 4 out of 13. So hopefully he can have a bounce back game today where the Lakers will truly need him. So it's going to be a great game tonight. But if I had to pick, I think with the atmosphere in the Lakers and the way LeBron James has been playing as of late, and this being a measuring stick game, and the Lakers have not been playing well against the topper tier opponents in the West. They beat the Portland of the world twice. They've beaten Houston. They've beaten Utah, teams like that. But they want to show up and show out tonight against a team like Dallas. And, of course, against Kyrie, LeBron's former teammate. LeBron want to show him, hey, man, you shouldn't have opted into that contract with Brooklyn and ultimately got traded to Dallas. You could have been a free agent, turned the money down, but you chose not to. So I'm going to teach you a thing or two about disrespecting LA. So I expect for LeBron James and the Lakers actually to get out to a good first quarter. We know they've been struggling from first quarter, but that's been something they made a point of emphasis on. I think they will have to do just that tonight, not fall behind. And if they do, they need to just come out in the third quarter, which they've been a great third quarter team, and they could actually, put some pressure on that Dallas defense. Because at the end of the day, I just think the Lakers defense will be a little too much for Dallas to handle. I think the home crowd is going to get into it, and I think LeBron James is going to have a great game once again tonight, because you could tell last night he was just itching to erupt. And I think he's going to be doing the same thing tonight. And I just feel like the Lakers are going to pull out a victory. So if I had to predict, I'm going to predict the Lakers. Let's just say the Lakers 114, Dallas 107. How about that? Lakers with a 7-point victory at home, close to the fourth quarter until the Lakers pull out. But, hey, That's just my prediction. Who knows? Either way, let's hope for an entertaining game nonetheless. As long as the Lakers don't get down in that first quarter and let the game get away from them, I expect them to pull this victory off. So, man, if you haven't done so already, hit that bell, hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that share. And as always, this has been your boy B New. I'm saying right on to the real, and much love to these haters. I'm out.